All right, we're back at it again. We got another Jaguar ignition lock repair that we're doing. This one's going to be a 2002 Jaguar X-Type. Basically, for this one, let me show you what's really going on. All right, the key got so worn out. Look how that look. Key got so worn out that it stopped working. But before that, they was having problems with the ignition. So what usually happens is when the key starts wearing down, it starts messing up the parts on the inside. And then eventually you go get another key, it doesn't work. In this case, they have another key and it doesn't work. I don't know if this is the original key or something else, but either way, when I rebuild it, I'm gonna make sure that it works with this key. I'll come back in a little bit. All right, this puppy is done. This is always the time that I like. I like when the jobs are complete, everything goes smoothly. I've been doing this since the early 90s. I still get excited when I finish a project. But anyway, what I did on this, I had to take it apart, rebuild it. Here's some of the parts. So I put new parts in it. That's trash anyway. I put new parts in it. Here you go. This is what everybody wants to see. So basically, these locks will wear down over the years. So this should last a few years, easy, depending on if the key is being abused, if the person's heavy-handed, if the person just slamming the key into the ignition and turning it on real fast. That ain't gonna last that long, because that's kind of like abuse a little bit. But if you're just using the key regular, it'll last a few years. And that's about it. So you'll notice if you start having problems with your ignition, you sticking the key in there, you gotta wiggle it, jiggle it, pull it back and forth to make it turn. It's time to get it rebuilt. And that's the case, just give me a call. Now, those of you that's having trouble finding somebody in your area, a couple reasons. You might have a locksmith that's new to the trade, so he ain't never seen these locks, or he wasn't around when these cars was around and got introduced to these keys. Two, he may not get a lot of those type of calls, whoever's in your area, so they're not going to invest the thousands, to get the equipment, to cut the keys, to program it, to service the locks. I was around when these locks, when these cars came out, so I still have all the equipment, and I'm also trained in the old school way of actually taking locks apart and repairing them. A lot of the newer guys, that's not what they do. They just basically do what the dealers do, just change locks. They don't fix much. They just order a new part, put it in there, life goes on. But if you need your locks rebuilt, give me a call. The benefits of the locks being rebuilt, guess what? You still stay on the same key. When you start changing ignitions, sometimes you end up with different keys. You're going to end up with more than one key for the car. And I know some of y'all don't want to carry two keys, one for the door and then one for the ignition. And that's about it. You can go to the website, www.acmlocksmithgroup.com. Thank you for watching.